So to boost his reputation and to make himself more credible in the field of polygyny,
we have to watch our tongues and get control of that and not allow our feelings to supersede our submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
he has placed a figure, a public figure, who is an authority in this field and a reference for Muslims looking for polygynous relationships. He's placed him under his team. Subhanallah.
Gabriel al Romaani, my brother, Muslim brother, he's online. I haven't met him personally or done anything with him like that online yet. But everything I've heard from him, from what I've seen over the last several years, of course, being in the space of relationships, I haven't seen anything that was against Islam. Because unfortunately, our religious leaders are failing us big time, not teaching us how to practice it in a practical fashion, how to deal with the emotional ups and downs and the roller coasters, how to make sure you're solidified properly, mentally, emotionally, and of course, with the measurables, financially. Polygyny is for exceptional men because it's simply more pressure, and that pressure will expose weak men. Therefore, we know it's extremely important to be educated properly. But if you're not willing to educate properly, just simply talk down upon polygyny in general, or say, oh, it must be regulated by this governmental body and so on and so forth, then that becomes part of the problem. So with that being said, I'm Coach Nazir. I want you to be outstanding and to remember that the believers are nothing except brothers.
Our Shura Council member posts a link to our recent video published only 2 days ago. So the response from Coach Nazir is as follows. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you for reaching out and for the concern. No, we are not part of their team, and we were not aware that we were listed as such on their website.
They did right by me with removing my picture from the site. I'm not part of the team, nor did they explicitly say that. But again, it was inferred. I didn't like it. They took it out. No problem. But I do have a problem with you calling Gabriel al Romaani, Mahdi Tijani, and people in this space in particular. At least those are the two people that were named from the information that I looked at. And when you say things like pimps, this is one of the categories of people that will be banned from Jannah. We have to watch our tongues and get control of that and not allow our feelings to supersede our submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's extremely important.
The reason why he addresses himself as we and us and our is because Coach Nazir works with his wives, with his 2 wives. And so it's a family business. And as I said before, they're very transparent. So they are responding as a business and as a family, affirming the fact that they were not aware Romaani was listing them or their services as partners or team members. It's very, very deceptive. So he took no permission. He simply just pasted somebody's face there and is presenting himself and his business as being experts in polygyny, when in fact it's pure plagiarism and deception.
And I want to remind Muslims of something in particular, because I was also sent a link to review. It's an over 2-hour video, and I did watch the video, although I sped it up. And I don't know who's behind it. He doesn't really show his face as he's talking, or the sisters or whatnot, which, of course, again, that's fine, whatever. But I do want to speak on this point. And this point is dealing with izzah, the honor of a Muslim. The honor of a Muslim is something that is sacred, which is extremely important, because there were comments made during the video link that they sent me that was very troubling to me. I'm reminded of Hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and I'm going to paraphrase, where Aisha radiallahu anha had mentioned, just kind of with her hand describing the height or lack thereof of our mother Safiya radiallahu anha, her co-wife. And Prophet ﷺ noted to her that this was enough to poison the oceans. Something as simple as this, which was describing her height, but it clearly not being taken in a positive light, could be something that really wipes away your deeds, if you will, and it can be something that, darkens or poisons the oceans.
So following that, Romaani then updates his website. So currently, the removal request has been successful, and it was very quick, by the way.
I haven't seen anything that was against Islam. Now, there may be some inflammatory content, meaning how things may be said that people can become sensitive to, or they may not like how things are said. For example, even me simply talking about polygyny and practicing it in a healthy way, where it's a structure that Islam, of course, allowed and is the only. So how much so am I responsible if I say somebody is a pimp or they're mail ordering, like mail order brides, or they're selling virginity and they're requiring. Listen, when you make accusations, all right, it's extremely important, one, that they are accurate. And there's nothing that I came across for our brother Gabriel al Romaani, or even Mahdi Tijani, whether you participated or like their marital matchmaking programs. I don't know if Mahdi still has a matchmaking program or not, but there's nothing that I took or saw that was outside of line. It's still colored between the lines. Now, people may be colorful and use colorful language and, you know, shock jock stuff or what have you. You may not like their personality, which is okay. But one thing you cannot do is, or should not do, and Islam does not allow, is the slandering of people and trying to have that under the guise of, oh, this is for our protection of our community.